In today's tutorial, we're going to go over how to create modular components using slots. And basically, what we'll do is that we'll create a series of modular components, as you see here, that are slotted that will interlock together. And it'll provide a way for us to go back and learn to work with our curves again. Also, it will give us an opportunity to explore the laser cutter and its three primary functions. That is engraving, as denoted by the red colors here, intercut, as noted here, and outer cut. We're not going to do any raster on this project. We're going to stick with working and emphasize working with line. One of the things that we want to do is that we want to try and maximize our sheet size so that we get the most out of our sheet. And we want to use our drops. Our drops are these pieces that get cut out in the middle here. We want to take the opportunity to use our drops to create elements that we'll be able to use when we go back and compose these again. We're going to start out by designing our unit form. We're going to use, we're going to design out our unit form, and you notice how I have a rectangle here with lines going through it. If I did this right, I should have taken these, perhaps, like so, and moved that to the guide layer so that that was locked down. And we have these as guides, and this becomes our design space. And we're going to use our curve Boolean command to create our unit forms. Let's turn off our snaps here and near, and also this mid snap and the grid snap there, so we can get in here and select these elements like so. And we're going to use these to design our unit forms like so, that we're going to use to do our fill. And we're also going to be introduced to our array command, which we're going to use to fill our sheets. Now, a couple things that you should remember. It's a good habit to always work from a copy of your unit form, so that you can drag it and alt tap it to make your copies like so, and you'll work from your copy. Also, these squares right here represent our material thickness notches. It's very important that you caliper and measure your material before you cut out these notches. And the nice thing about the way that we're going to do this, you're going to make a unit form that you're going to repeat throughout the design. So if you have to go back and fix and change things, you'll do that at the unit form level. So you're not going to have to go back and change every one. You have to just change it in the unit form. But it's important, and it's a very good idea, that you take the time to measure your notch form before you cut these out. Now, you can put placeholders in there, and I'm going to show you how, if you needed to change your notch size, how you could really efficiently go in and change out your notch size once you know what your material thickness is. So don't let that stop you. The other thing that you should note is that it's a half lap intersection. So half of the piece is going to come out this way, and the other piece is going to will come to this point here. So whatever your notch thickness is, when you're doing your design, you should note that it really doubles in width, and that's where the other piece will interlock with this. Okay, but this is a really fun project, and it'll give you a chance to review working with line, working with curved Boolean once again, and you'll also get an opportunity to set up a file once again for laser cutting. Some of the materials that you can use Bristol paper, cardboard, hardboard, which you can get from Home Depot. You can use plywood underlayment. You have several options for materials that you can use to execute this project, and it should be a whole lot of fun. So in the next three segments, I'll go over first how to design a unit form. Secondly, I'm going to show you how you create variations on the unit form and create objects with your drops. And then I'm going to show you how you go about laying it out on your sheet. Okay, so we'll follow up on this information in the following tutorials.